It's Wednesday, the 10th of August 2022. Welcome to the Fast Five by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Adam Lang, and good morning to you, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Adam.
Let's get into it. Story number 1. It's a tale of two economies. Business is confident and getting more optimistic. Consumers are in the doldrums and their mood is darkening.
That's right. It's a worrying divergence between consumers and business. Of course, for the economy to be firing, we need both sides to be pretty happy. Taking the consumer first, the Westpac Melbourne Institute Index fell for the 9th straight month and is at levels last seen in the early days of the pandemic. It's not hard to explain why. Higher interest rates and a surging cost of living is dampening spirits. Turning to business, the National Australia Bank Business Confidence and Conditions measure strengthened last month with record levels of capacity utilisation, cost growth and price rises. Confidence is above long-term average. Business conditions are also well above long-term averages. That's across sectors and across states. What's it all mean? Well, it just shows how much pressure households are under at the moment. They're feeling the pinch. The worry is that businesses, which broadly have been able to cope with higher input prices, sometimes by passing higher prices on to consumers, suddenly find a lack of buyers. Lower consumer confidence could lead to lower consumer spending, and that's when it hits business. The Reserve Bank's role in all this is to lift interest rates enough to cause spending to slow, but not to crash. If it can do that, then pressure will come off inflation. Things will look okay, but it is certainly a balancing act.
That's right, Sean. Now, story number 2, the Reserve Bank of Australia is exploring use cases for a central bank digital currency, showing that a CBDC is on the horizon.
Yes, the bank is collaborating with the Digital Finance Cooperative Research Centre to explore use cases for a digital currency. Now, up front, a central bank digital currency is not like a cryptocurrency. Instead, it would be backed by some sort of central bank or government guarantee. Where it is similar is through the use of crypto technology, such as distributed ledger technology. The collaboration will take a year to complete and involve a limited-scale CBDC pilot operating in a ring-fenced environment, i.e., a real live digital currency. It's a big step forward for the central bank and certainly a big step forward towards creating a digital currency.
And Sean, as one of our audience helpfully told us, a CBDC is an initialism and not an acronym.
Yes, you'd like that.
We thank our audience. Story number 3, Australia's big consulting firms secured $2 billion worth of taxpayer-funded work last financial year.
It's an incredible number for the 5 largest consulting firms. Accenture led the way with $578 million worth of work, according to the Financial Review. Then came KPMG with more than $500 million worth of work, Deloitte at $384 million, PwC at $329 million and EY at $210 million. The numbers are just eye-watering. When the coalition came to power in 2013, spending on the big 4, which doesn't include Accenture, was less than $400 million a year. It's 5 times that now. The biggest spender on consultants by far is the Department of Defence, which outlaid nearly $700 million, followed by the Tax Office and the Department of Home Affairs.
Incredible numbers. Story number 4, Sean, National Australia Bank has reported disappointing revenue numbers for the June quarter, sending its share price down more than 3%.
Australia's second largest bank reported a third quarter profit of $1.8 billion, which Chief Executive Ross McEwan said was pleasing, but higher funding costs, thanks to higher interest rates, hurt the bank. Fortunately, the bank's credit quality outlook is benign, suggesting so far homeowners have been able to withstand the rush of higher interest rates. About 7 in 10 NAB home loan customers are ahead in their repayment schedule. What hasn't come through yet is the impact of higher mortgage rates on the bank's bottom line. That should support it.
Story number 5, Sean. FBI agents raided former US President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida.
Mr. Trump certainly seemed bewildered by the whole thing. He posted on social media that his residence was under siege, raided, and occupied by a large group of FBI agents, adding that nothing like this has ever happened to a president of the US before. He said that before, but this time he might actually be right. Many reports suggest it relates to Mr. Trump's handling of sensitive material from his time at the White House. 15 boxes marked top secret have already been retrieved from his home ahead of this raid. It's a very significant step by prosecutors against the former president over his handling of classified information. We're going to hear a lot more about it.
Sean, Palm Beach this time of year, it's kind of nice over there at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. August in Palm Beach. Be a bit hot though, Adam, wouldn't it?
All right. Hard work for those FBI agents after all.
Very hard. Very difficult.
That's it. That's the top 5 business stories in just 5 minutes. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Adam.
It's Wednesday, the 10th of August, 2022. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. And if 5 minutes isn't enough, then find our longer podcast called Fear and Greed on your favourite podcast platform. I'm Adam Lang, and that was the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.